Everybody, welcome to a special edition of the Daily Muddy. I'm Brittany Bull, and I'm here with my muddy buddy, Matt Shuckman. We are here on a special location for a special summer series that we've named the Great Quincy Sandwich Debate.
That's right.
Okay, so now tell me about the Great Quincy Sandwich Debate, because this is your baby.
Okay, well, random thoughts pop in your head from conversations you have. And one night, a couple buddies and I got talking about the best sandwich in town. If you had a chance to go get a sandwich, where are you going to go?
Yeah.
So I threw the question out there on Twitter and on Facebook. Where's the best sandwich in Quincy? A locally owned, not a chain kind of thing.
Yeah.
Not going to McDonald's or Burger King or something like that.
Somewhere local.
Something Quincy.
Iconic.
So threw it out there, and the suggestions started popping in. Next thing I know, it's just taken off and kind of taken a life of its own. So then I threw a poll up there. Mm-hmm. Well, next thing you know, we had, I think it was over 400 responses in like 24 to 48 hours. Yeah.
So needless to say, Quincy likes their sandwiches.
Quincy likes their sandwiches. So what we did is we took all of those, everyone's input. Whether it was a vote on a poll or whether it was somebody with a Facebook or Twitter comment or whatever, we took everything, compiled a list of what the 10 most named or most voted on sandwiches in town were.
Okay.
So here we are.
We're starting off at the stop one of this great sandwich debate.
10 weeks we're doing this.
Yep.
10 different sandwiches from locally owned restaurants.
And we started at one of the oldest of those establishments. Yep. We're here at Mr. Bill's. And Mr. Bill's, they came in with what kind of sandwich? Their
Tenderloin was what everybody said we needed to try.
The Tenderloin. Now, that's pretty...
Now, a Tenderloin is a very Midwest sandwich.
Yep.
I have a couple buddies that live on both coasts. Yeah. And when they saw the list, they were like, a Tenderloin? And one of them had never even heard of one or tried one. Tried a fried Tenderloin. Yeah. It is a Midwest iconic sandwich.
It is. I think there are people down south that have no idea what.
And you can go to a lot of different places here in Quincy and get a Tenderloin.
Yep.
And everyone's a little different. Whether it depends on how much they pound it out, how thin they pound it out, the breading they use. You can get them grilled if you want to. Yeah. But the iconic one's the fried Tenderloin.
Of course.
And some of them are as big as a plate.
Yeah.
So some of them use a little bitty bun, and then the Tenderloin's about triple the size of the bun. And
whenever I go anywhere, it's one Tenderloin, 2 buns, please.
Yeah. So
that's the way to go, I think.
I think if you grow up in Quincy, you know everything about a Tenderloin.
Yeah.
It's iconic.
It is. There's a Tenderloin trail that I've heard.
Really?
Yeah, I think somewhere, see Quincy, you can find it on there. Okay. And it's all around. It's not just Quincy, but like you said, the Midwest. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, I think it's one of those, I've spent many a night in this place.
Yeah.
And I've had many a Tenderloin in this place, so.
I usually come here and get the chicken wings, so I'm looking forward to this Tenderloin. And Jeremy's actually bringing it right now.
There we go.
Oh, they look delicious.
They always look delicious. And look at the size of that.
I know, that is awesome. I'll get my fingers out of there.
Now, we talked about this earlier. What do you put on a Tenderloin?
Okay. I say everything, no onion. I'm not a raw onion person.
I'm simple as can be.
Thank you so much.
I'm ketchup pickle.
And I couldn't believe that he said that. I was like, what?
You were shocked by that.
Yeah. You're the simple sandwich person.
Simple sandwich.
I used to be simple sandwich, but
because here's the thing: you start putting too much stuff on there, you lose the meat.
Okay.
You lose the meat of the sandwich. You want a few little things to accent it, but you don't want too much because then you're not tasting the meat of the sandwich.
So your focus is the meat.
Oh, of course. That's what a sandwich is.
I think
sandwich is the meat.
I'm going to disagree with you. I think the sandwich is
You're wrong, man.
Okay, well, whatever. I think the sandwich is every single little detail. Detail is everything.
If there's no meat, there's no sandwich.
Well, tell that to the vegetarians.
I will.
Well, we're going to take a short break. I'm going to take a bite into this sandwich, and we're going to be back to talk with Jeremy from Mr. Bill's.
Welcome to the Abbey, a Quincy tradition. With 6 big screens, a new larger kitchen, and now more seating capacity, the Abbey is the place to be before, during, and after the big game. Come enjoy fan favorite appetizers, steaks, burgers, and a variety of daily food and drink specials. Can't join us? Carryout is available too. Now with a convenient drive-up window to better serve you. 1736 Spring in Quincy. Opens at 3 p.m. Tuesday through Sunday. Come join all your friends at the Abbey, a Quincy tradition.
All right, welcome back. I'm here with Jeremy. Jeremy, thanks for being here. I know that you're filling in for your sister, Jamie. You both work here at Mr. Bill's, and you work for, I'm guessing, your parents who own the place. Their names are Kevin and Debbie Grotens?
Correct.
Okay, so I've heard a lot about Kevin and Debbie, sorry. I heard that they have a nice little spot at the end of the bar, and that everyone will
they're semi-retired.
Really?
So.
I heard everyone just like moves as soon as they get here. They know that
they vacate the area.
That's awesome. I want to be that.
Started that way with Mr. Bill when he was
Really?
retired and owning the place. He would have his spot at the end, and that's just where the owner sits.
Okay, I like that. I think that's pretty cool. Before it was Mr. Bill's, I read an article. It was Zim's.
It was Zim's for 30 years.
Okay.
And then we've owned and operated for 30 plus years ourselves now.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's a long time. Speaking of a long time, I posed the question recently, what is the oldest bar in Quincy? And this one actually came up as one of being the top contenders.
I don't know if it's the oldest. So this building dates back to the 1890s.
And they served before Prohibition.
It did, but then during Prohibition, it was a grocery store, and in the in the teens, and then the 20s, and it became a bar again, and sometime after World War II. I'm not sure.
Yeah, it's still. I mean, that's old. There's a lot of old history in these walls. One of my favorite things about this place is the ceiling, and I know you guys like remodeled the ceiling
but it's mostly
recently.
original. Yeah.
It is so beautiful.
We've had to replace a couple sections, but it's the original stuff there.
It's a very cool bar, very cool establishment. I'm like proud to say that this is my spot on Sundays for wings. I always tell everyone wings. I mean, we're here for tenderloins today, but I think
Tenderloin's on special on Sundays too.
Is
so
it really?
That's a good day for tenderloins.
Well, then now I'm gonna have to probably go with the tenderloin after today. What's your favorite thing on the menu?
It varies, but I mean, we're famous for fried chicken, tenderloins, gizzards, and livers. You name it. It's local favorites on each of those items for sure. But yeah, the fried chicken's always a go-to.
Yeah, that's what everyone says.
We push carts of that stuff out of here each
Really?
week. You wouldn't believe how much we sell.
This place gets busy, I know. It is one of the very few places in town, I think, that accepts reservations. Is that still a thing sometimes?
We kind of do,
Yeah.
So we have trivia night.
Yeah.
Where it kind of started doing that because there weren't any tables for our trivia players. So we kind of had big groups come in for trivia and kind of set aside a table for them every once in a while.
Yeah.
They have a big group.
In this post-COVID world, everything's busy, and I think everyone knows that, and they take time. Another great thing about this place is the familiar faces.
Sure.
I've seen Tess here almost every Sunday for I don't know how long.
She works a lot.
She is one of my favorite bartenders. You come in and see Tess, say hey, bartender to bartender, and get a tenderloin.
Sure.
For sure.
Unlimited stock. We've got so many.
Really?
We always got to restock on tenderloins. Yeah.
Is there anything else I should know about?
Coldest mugs in town.
Oh.
With like cold beer.
That is so true. I never think about that. Very few places keep
Have
a cold.
freezer.
Yeah. Oh, that is so and it has Busch Light on tap, which is my favorite lately. So
that's a new. What's old and new? We used to always have Busch in like old Milwaukee. But
yeah.
We're going back and throwing it back a little bit with Busch Light.
Taking it back to the corn. Well, thank you so much. Thanks for my tenderloin. Thanks for taking time out of your day to be here, and thanks for being the first of our sandwiches on our great Quincy sandwich debate.
Hope it was good.
Thank you.
All right. Thanks.
Coming up on the next edition of Muddy River Gems, sponsored by Dot Foods.
So actually, Jim was the first time an African American, a slave, had been made into a real human being in fiction, I guess.
Absolutely.
And that also captured your attention.
Absolutely, and Samuel Clemens did that.
Mm-hmm. One of your relatives was a former slave.
All of my ancestors were enslaved. Mm-hmm. I'm a 5th generation Missourian, and my great-great-grandfather was enslaved here. And my husband's great-great-grandfather was enslaved here. And again, that's William Henry Dad.
Okay, that's your husband's
My husband's great-great-grandfather.
Okay,
He was
gotcha.
born in 1837. He didn't die, though, until 1939.
Wow.
And so
That's over 100.
Yes, 104.
Wow. Okay. That's on the next Muddy River Gems, sponsored by Dot Foods.
Welcome back. Here we go. I am ready for this.
Okay, so because of the size of the tenderloin and the way it fits on the bun, how do you eat a tenderloin? Do you cut it? Do you dig in? Do you just bite in?
I'm gonna cut it.
Which way do you go?
I'm gonna cut it, and because I didn't do the 2-bun order, I'm gonna go ahead and give myself half a bun
Okay.
and just go halvesies
All right.
on it.
So normally now, because we're in a restaurant, Mr. Bill's, a classy place, we'll use the knife. There are
Okay.
times I'll just tear it,
And just
but
start
I will cut
ripping?
around. Normally I cut the edges off, and then I will dip them in ketchup.
Oh, yep, I like that.
So-
yes, and then you have the sandwich.
So then you just eat the sandwiches, but then you got a little more tenderloin to eat.
I like it.
So yeah, it's
Or
pretty-
I like putting the little bits on this to the side, maybe
or,
for me.
or you cut around it and then layer it, because you could take the pieces you cut
yes.
off
Drop the pickle.
and make it a double decker if you wanted to.
All right, hold your breath. I know you don't like
Oh,
mustard.
man. She's about to ruin it by putting mustard on it.
Oh, and I didn't shake the mustard first, but luckily it was my
Mercy.
day and all the juice didn't pour out.
Mercy, mercy, mercy.
All right, ketchup. Here you go, sir.
Thank you.
I like how they allow us to put the amount of sauce that we want on the sandwich.
course.
Okay, are we sandwich cheersing or what?
I'll let you go first.
Well, I mean-
because we got to be able to talk about it.
do we
If
do
we
we
both
tap
buy-
do we tap sandwiches
No, we're not.
on the
I'm not
cheer?
tapping your sandwich.
Okay, I'm gonna cheers to the
Just eat your
inventor
sandwich.
of sandwiches. It's John Montague Earl
Earl of Sandwich.
Earl of Sandwich.
Yes.
So that's who I'm gonna cheers to.
Okay, go ahead. See, that's the fun part of doing these videos, is people look awful when they're eating a sandwich. And now you're stuck, because he's got video of you now biting into a tenderloin.
I can't talk with my mouth full.
That's why you take a small bite. That's if you watch the behind the scenes
I don't do
stuff
anything small.
if you watch the behind the scenes conversations from the Food Network, they always talk about that. Because if you take too big a bite, then you're just chewing and chewing and chewing.
I'm still chewing.
Like you're chewing. See? So you take a small bite, then you talk about it.
All right, let's see your
And
dainty
then
bite.
and then when they go
Show me
to
how it's done.
Well, I don't take a dainty bite. Come on. You should know better.
Yes,
But that's the perfect bite.
that is. Oh my gosh, this is the perfect tenderloin.
Ketchup, pickle, perfect, crispy.
It is
Pound
the
it out,
perfect amount of pounding.
Yes, exactly. Nice. It's thin but not too thin. It's substantial.
I like it.
It's a damn good tenderloin.
It really is.
Mr. Bill's, can't go wrong.
Nope.
Can never go wrong at Mr. Bill's.
Nope. No.
And just think, there's 9 more weeks of sandwiches from around Quincy.
Thanks for making this baby, Matt.
So we're gonna see it, and we're going all kinds of different ways.
Yeah.
Cheeseburgers,
Deli sandwiches.
deli sandwiches,
I saw on
deli
there.
sandwiches, Italian
Chicken
sandwiches,
sandwiches.
chicken sandwiches. So we're gonna,
Hit it all the
nine more
sandwiches.
Quincy locales over the next 9 weeks.
If you can put it between 2 slices of bread.
We'll give it a shot, and then at the end, after seeing all the videos, you decide
Yeah.
which is your favorite sandwich.
This is actually going to be your debate, where at the end of this 10 weeks, we put up the grand poll, the big poll of the Great Quincy Sandwich Debate, and you tell us.
That's right.
Or you tell Matt.
We're off to a good start.
You tell Matt.
We're off to a good start.
Well, thanks for joining us. Thanks for coming with us on this journey, the Tenderloin journey. I still have food in my teeth. So I look forward to more of these with you too.
Do it again next week.
Yeah. See you then.